another episode of 4GQ TV. I'm here today with panel members and a guest that you see right there. So, you know what? Let's introduce a special guest first and let him talk about himself for a minute here. Yoby, welcome
So,
back to the show, man.
thank you for the intro. I appreciate it, Mr. Peace Love Life Retro Renegades member. Back again, showing love to the family. Clowns hit me up, it's like, yo, you want to be a guest tonight? I'm like, I'm off. Hell yeah, let's go. So I'm here, man. Let's have fun. Let's get engaged and peace, love, and life to the chat. What's going on?
Nice. And then we have the great left hand of Zeus, Doctor.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Disrespect is the right hand. Get it right.
Right. Okay.
First of all, I'm not a guest.
That's right.
Family, joik.
The right hand of Zeus.
There you go.
What's good? What's good? Can't wait to hop into these topics. What's up, chat? Let's get it popping.
Facts.
And then we have the ever amazing Enfinet.
How we doing? I'm here. Let's get it. Let's get it started.
He sounds so dead. How you doing?
So high energy.
AKA Clay Feet. What's up, Clay Feet?
How you doing?
I spent all my energy arguing with this dick leader below me prior to the show
He
beginning.
just
So now I'm
cursed.
all worn out and out of breath. Like I just got done tying my shoe.
Infinite.
So
Watch
I'm
your
done
language. Language.
Don't upset Paul.
Language.
now. Don't get Paul.
Hey, you know
Whoa,
what?
whoa.
He's
Jay,
just mad. He's already mad. He's the last one to go.
Jay,
Language.
mod the show. No. And then we have the guy who will run over your toes if you upset him at Comic-Con. And you could take a ride if you're out of gas on the back of his motorbike. It's Cerebral. Wait, Cereb Ghoulpaw? Cereb Ghoulpaw!
Why
Yeah.
you being so disrespectful, dog? Jeez.
That's his name. Look, he's
No, he
already
tried-
himself.
You gotta
Yeah,
understand.
it's there. Yeah,
Go Paul.
it's the
It's-
season. It's the season, baby. It's
Just this-
Hey, but as far as running over people, forget Comic Con. I got a list, and trust me, if I ever see any of you in public, somebody's getting run over. Okay,
I'm not
Just
taking
out of-
no
out of the
disrespect from
blue, out of the
RuPaul.
blue. It's gonna be going down the street one day, and all of a sudden this guy will run you over in a scooter. It's like holy shit.
No, listen.
Hey, put $1 in a cup every time you curse.
Wait a minute. Did Paul just do it?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
All that
Paul.
preaching. All
No,
that
no.
damn preaching.
But it wasn't directed at anybody,
that-
and it wasn't.
that
Oh,
happened.
now it's a directional.
Now
Yeah.
you use the goalpost like a PlayStation
All
brand.
right, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, thank you for coming by. This has been a shortest
God
episode
bless,
of
good
4GQ
night.
TV.
Yeah.
Wow.
RuPaul, get
Paul.
yourself together. Get yourself
Uh.
together, RuPaul.
Oh man.
Well, no. Listen, seriously though. When we were at Comic Con, he did almost back over somebody's foot. I forget whose it was. I don't know if it was Dreads or mine, but nobody was. Oh, nice red lead there.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
man. I love that feature. Shout out to Xbox.
Now Lemon is gonna need that.
I got that already.
I think it was
yes.
Dread that I ran over. I think it was Dread.
Yeah.
Why you ain't
Yeah,
run
he
over?
did.
Why you ain't run over clowns?
I was tempted to, especially when they're standing at the top of the
tried.
stairs at one point.
Oh,
Yeah.
you should have ran him over, bro.
He tried.
And then
but
helped him up and
sure.
say, yo, I don't know who did it, but let's go look for him. With a
Yeah.
smile on his face. Woo.
Black and red is my favorite color. Let's go.
Facts. Go ahead, clowns.
All right, so it's not a lot of topics, right? Because there's not a lot of big news that everybody hasn't talked about already. But the one thing that is going on right now is the Activision Xbox Acquisition thing, and it seems like, everybody's all upset about the UK, what the regulator said, and, so and so went there to talk to the regulators, and oh no, because of that, guys, listen. I think it's going to go through no matter what. It's just procedure. One guy can say all he wants to say, but at the end of the day, if it's legal for it to go through, they can't stop it. And
Yeah.
Microsoft is not going to be the biggest competitor in the game anyway. And they threw up that site because they're tired of getting kicked around on social media like a lapdog, which has been happening lately, nonstop. It's ridiculous.
Clowns, correction. Xbox has been kicked around since they first jumped into the gaming industry. Let's be fair.
Yeah. Let's. I mean,
And
that
people
is
still
true.
don't want to give them their credit. So
Yeah, no, it's true. So, Infinite, I'll go to you first. I know that you're a man of many gaming tastes. How do you feel about this?
I don't see anything wrong with the acquisition, and I don't see why PlayStation has got such a heavy hand into it when they've done the same thing themselves previously, over and over and over again.
since day one.
Who just came out and defended Xbox? Another CEO, Take Two CEO.
Take
somebody got
Two
his name?
CEO.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
his name? Is
I
it
can't think.
COO or is it CEO? I don't know his name.
CEO.
CEO.
He said it.
Because
And,
they was
and
on a
he,
stream with
and for a company who's well aware of acquisitions and how they affect his bottom dollar, and he's not worried about it, why is everybody else?
Like he said, there's so many
Sorry about
different many avenues of gaming. One game does not shut down the whole industry, which it
Right.
doesn't. There's no
Yeah.
one game to shut down the industry in terms of somebody else can't compete. That's what
You
he
took-
said.
Anthony,
Pretty
you
much.
talking about Zelnick, right? From Take Two, right?
I wasn't sure of his name.
Strauss Zelnick.
Why do
Oh,
keep
thank you.
doing
I
that?
wasn't sure what his name was, but now they know.
Yeah. Mr. Zelnick. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, Infinite, any other thoughts on that, or is that just?
Oh, that's it.
for-
That's it. I'm just tired of the fake crying, just the complain to complain. There's no news going on, so when there's nothing major, this is the little things they pick up to throw around. Like, oh yeah, this again. Let's do this again. Let's bring this back up.
I mean, that's true, right? I mean, that's exactly what's happening here. Is that it's just the same old news regurgitated. Graphic God says, how much money does it make for Sony compared to the first party?
Well, it's 1 point. Call of
Obviously, a
Duty
lot more than we
on the
think.
Sony platform generates $1.5 billion on their platform, and they're up in revenue, right? And they made $5 billion out. They're up already $5 billion. So if you take away their Call of Duty, they still would be $3.5 billion in revenue ahead of everybody else.
Well,
So-
they're only discussing the potential of removing Call of Duty off the PlayStation, correct?
Right.
That's what PlayStation is worried about. But even Xbox has already said numerous times, not this iteration and not the next few. Maybe eventually in the future. Never say never. But they've already guaranteed that this one, as well as maybe the next few, will be going to PlayStation. So what's the issue?
Yeah.
You know what the issue is? Game Pass.
Yeah, that game now becomes free not free, but now comes at the sole price of our
Built into the
price
services.
of $15.99 a month, which includes
Uh-huh.
my Xbox Live too. So and my Ultimate that goes right to my PC, and I have PC games as well for $16 a month, which I pay 3 kinds of, one for each one of my kids and one me. I do never seen an issue with it.
And the family plan coming up, so you may get a cut
Right.
on
Yo,
that
Carlo,
as well.
what was that on the screen just now?
Where?
The hype train.
Oh,
You know, I don't have that on this setup. I gotta make a whole OBS layout, which I'm working on, but I want to make it nice and good.
Yeah.
Cerebral Paul.
thank you. So here's the thing. One, I love Microsoft's response because their response was pretty much dead on with everything I said when this was brought up originally. Everything, as far as their whole response was like it could have come out of my head, and everybody was going, "No, you're not understanding." I'm like, I get it more than people realize. Also, I think part of it is Sony's trying to get them to go, look, if this will hurt us in the end. Well, but if the end's not 5 or 10 years from now, the next generation, why does the CMA need to stop this now for what could happen in 5 or 10 years? You guys need to get your shit together. Sorry, there it is again. Yeah, you guys need to, you have you have time to get your stuff together, figure out a way to compete or to balance against this. You can't act like this one thing is going to kill your console in 5 or 10 years. How far does that have to go out before they go, it's not our problem? Seriously. It's so yeah, they just don't want to compete. They don't want to have to work for it. They and they do have IPs they could set up, but they've been dragging their feet. They kept thinking, well, everything's cool, status quo, status quo. And well, now they're looking at the tail end of Microsoft and going, holy crap, what are we going to do to keep up?
All right.
You know, so it to me, it's totally on Sony. This really should go through. It does look like the CMA was just parroting Sony's talking points, and even I said that when it initially came out. And hopefully they, I can't remember his name, Luke Steele on the Wednesday night show that I do when we're not on a break. He does this kind of stuff. He said they were just doing their job. They would have done this for anybody. I kept going, it really looks like they're parroting Sony.
Yeah, they are. They said exactly what Sony said.
Yeah, precisely what Sony. I
Right,
mean, it was almost like the same notebook.
damn near word for word.
Yeah. So we'll see, but hopefully the CMA will realize that, hey, we need to check and balance this a little bit, And remember, this was just a response to going to level 2 or part 2 or whatever it is. So we'll wait for the CMA to respond. Yeah, we'll wait for the CMA to respond and see what they end up actually doing.
If this goes to court, they're gonna lose.
Yeah.
So
well, and if they do go to the second phase, you're looking at it going into spring of next year, just by the timeline. So.
Yeah. All right, give it to us. Right hand of Zeus. Tell us how it is.
Well,
Tell us how it is.
This is the point, man. First of all, these CMAs are there to protect people. The regulatory bodies are there to protect the public and the people and the workers. They're not there to protect Sony. So them saying Sony's points and worrying about online cloud gaming that potentially could be a certain entity in the future is not their job. They're supposed to look at this deal and see if it's non-consumer friendly. That's what their job is. So what they need to do is stick to their job and get your personal homeboy out of your business. Because don't forget, he has a lot of homeboys over there. A lot. And he went to calling a homeboy favor. So this is what they're doing. But like I said, Microsoft is not going to eat that because you got somebody in from your frat over there and they holding you down.
All right.
They're going to take it to court. And the judge is going to be like, you're bugging. Because like I gave y'all the numbers. The numbers is Call of Duty 1.5 billion, and they have 5 billion. They're 5 billion ahead. You take away that, it's 3.5 billion, and they still ahead. It will not crush Sony. What they're worrying about is this game dropping day and date in Game Pass, because if you notice, they said, well, we don't know if Activision would have put their games in a service. What that got to do with the deal? What that don't have nothing to do with anything with the deal. What you're trying to do is look for something to speak upon and say this could give them advantage. Where the hell is Spider-Man on Xbox then?
Yep.
Where's Final Fantasy 16 that didn't come out?
Yep.
Where's Kena? You just gave Sifu to the Switch. Are you serious? You can't be serious here.
No.
So you want to talk about some lopsided deals? Let's talk about it. I feel like I'm walking around with feet with no toes right now.
Preach.
They are disrespecting the gamer. All these backdoor deals that they be setting. Now, you came into business. Sega was on its way out. You priced them out the market. We had to get leftover games because you priced them out the market. Where was the CMA then?
Right.
Where was y'all at? Did y'all help Sega? Because Sony came in there. They didn't have the studios. They did what Microsoft had to do. They had to make a purchase. And like I always tell people, pay attention to this man, Phil Spencer. 2017, he released the Xbox One X, and he said, this is my generation of Xbox where it starts right now.
That's right.
They didn't have the backing of Microsoft like they do today. They still was after 360, after OG Xbox and Xbox One, they still had to prove a point to be a financial successful division. He has turned the division around, him and his team over there. But nobody want to talk about that. This is what this is about. So now that they got 2 feet in the goal line, oh, they can't use their money against us. Yes, they can, because that's how you got in the game. You got in the game because Nintendo jerked you. So you said, you know what? We going to come out swinging. Nobody said nothing when they started buying all these companies. Did anybody say something when they bought Insomniac? Housemark, Bungie, overpriced $3 billion deal. But now the CMA, oh, this is not fair. They can't do this. I don't want to hear that. Man up. There's going to be competition. You can't stop the train.
Yeah. No, one thing I have heard, and I do think it's true, is what the CMA may do, because I do think the deal's going to go through, but what the CMA may do is put some guides in there saying,
Okay,
you know,
let me tell
that
you.
Call of Duty needs to stay on for this amount
Listen,
of time.
let me tell you something. That's not the truth. I just finished barking on content creators for saying that. That's content creators saying that. They can listen to me. Listen to me. They cannot make Sony or Nintendo or anybody, once you purchase something, they can't tell you how to use it. That is a no-go. That is not facts.
It is a go. It is a fact that they could do that, because this comes from a lawyer who does acquisitions and stuff. They could say, well,
you've been listening to dude's shows, huh?
I've been listening to a lawyer, Lemon, a lawyer who does this in the UK. He didn't say
that was a fact. He said far-fetched. They would try to implement that.
No, you don't know who I was listening to.
I do know. I'm just not going to say it.
No. Okay, you're just going to tell me.
I'll tell you behind the scenes.
Who was I listening to, Lemon?
Nope.
Go ahead. No, who was I listening to? No, if you're going to accuse me of something, go ahead.
I didn't accuse you.
You are saying, you are telling me.
I didn't accuse. I said I know whose show you got that from.
I'm saying you don't. And I'm saying you don't.
Bring it down a notch, gentlemen. Bring it down.
It's okay, Paul. It's
not okay because he's telling me I'm wrong.
Paul, bring it down a notch. Stop getting worked up. Relax, please. Relax.
Paul, I'm sorry. Paul, I didn't accuse you of anything, though, but I'm sorry if you took it that way. I apologize.
Look, I wasn't listening to whatever show you think I was listening to. I can almost guarantee that. Because this was a show I was on at the time, and I still spoke to the guy after the show.
Okay.
And he's in the UK, and he does this for a living. He deals with the CMA all the time.
Oh, it does work. Holy crap. Okay,
cool. So, and he said it is possible for them to okay the deal, but with certain aspects that they say, you will be able to do this. You need to make sure this gets done in the fairness of the consumer. And he says they do that kind of stuff all the time when they okay these kind of deals. So, like I said, it will probably go through, but there may be some guides in there to say if it does go through, you can't do this for this amount of years, or you have to allow this for this amount of time. And he said that's totally normal.
Okay.
And that all the regulation, even our guys do it. They all do it. In order to get a deal to go through, they want concessions sometimes. It's really not that hard.
Okay.
You know, for whatever reason, political or whatever, but concessions are not unheard of. It's not just a yes or no deal all the time. Okay, I'm done.
No worries, Paul. No worries. I mean, you wanted to say what you had to say, and everybody gets a fair chance. Yoby, any thoughts on the acquisition? How do you feel about this?
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm tired of hearing about it. The only thing I like about the whole acquisition thing is all of the truth bomb that's coming out, and you have one side who knew about it. You have the other side who just ignores it, and it's like, and they turn the other head like nothing's going on. It's like you can't say one side is being, what's the word they use on clowns? What's the word? Anti what?
Consumer.
Anti-consumer.
Right. You can't say the other side is being anti-consumer. But then when your preferred platform does it, they don't say anything. So I'm glad this acquisition is bringing a whole bunch of truths out that some people knew for years. I'm gonna say it like this: I can't wait for it to be over. get all of the dirt, all the dirt sheets, get everything out, and be done with this. And number two, Lemon, you left out something with the
Now I
with the
wasn't
Bungie.
done, but
I know.
then
With the Bungie
Paul kicked in,
and
but then I
yeah.
stopped talking.
All right, with the Bungie and Sony deal, Bungie got to get out of jail free card.
That's a fact.
But yeah, I'm just ready for the deal to be over. It's I feel like it's a done deal. Still a long way to go, but I feel like it's a done deal. Continue.
You know, you brought up a good point with the Bungie thing, right? Because they have control of Destiny 2, which is a huge game, right? I mean, a lot of people play that. They still play it consecutively, and it's
a
big.
huge game, and Bungie wants to be the one to make decisions on their IP. So
Yeah.
they're
Bungie's
business
the
wise,
only
that's
people
smart.
out that got bought that could do what they want to do. I've never heard nothing like that.
But, you know,
That's crazy.
They got it right. No doubt. Right.
but
You're gonna give us the money, but we're gonna do whatever we want.
Yeah,
Okay.
They want that title. They're gonna pay for it, right?
Okay,
Absolutely.
just help us develop new games as a service, and you're good. You can leave after that. Sheesh. Go ahead, Klaus.
I ain't never
So-
heard of that before.
I mean, if Sony wanted to argue this whole streaming thing with Modern Warfare being on Game Pass, and they're worried nobody's gonna buy it on PlayStation and whatnot, they could just do that with Bungie's game, tell them, hey, we're gonna put it in PlayStation Plus Premium or whatever you call it nowadays, and everybody on PlayStation can play it and jump in and buy microtransactions and have a great time. But you know, Microsoft wouldn't even care. They'd be like, "Oh, that's awesome! Congratulations, Bungie."
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
No, I do see it to a point though that Call of Duty is a big deal on PlayStation,
Oh,
and
definitely.
what they are afraid of is that if it's quote free on Game Pass, or it's $15 a month, or in my case, since I'm paid up for 3 years, I don't even have to think about it. Or yeah, whatever. I'm maxed out right now. But anyway, that they're afraid people will jump consoles at some point just because, well, it's it's easier to deal with over here than it is to pay $70 every couple of years for a new one over here.
Right.
So and to that I do see a point, and there's nothing. Bungie is big, and that game is big. Those games are big, but they're not Call of Duty big. I don't think there's the same level of draw. So I do see their point, but then again, I also say that's not our problem. Then
I would never see their point. You have a first party situation, right? Y'all kill Killzone. Y'all kill
Tell 'em.
Resistance.
Yes.
Y'all kill Resistance. Nobody
Yes.
killed y'all IP. Y'all killed it
SOCOM.
yourself.
Exactly.
yeah,
That's not a Microsoft problem.
no,
I don't care what
that's
Call of Duty do. We got Gears and Halo and Forza dominating in terms of revenue online. That's still not a Microsoft problem. You killed your own series.
Hold on, Klaus.
SOCOM
Thank you.
dead.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
your
Thank
fault.
you. Say it.
Lemon.
That don't got nothing to do with a third-party game being successful. That means why don't you get rid of don't have Fortnite?
Right.
Take over
Lemon.
Rainbow Six.
You left off one thing. They killed They killed Killzone before the game even came out by quoting in magazines the Halo killer.
wow,
They
I
finished that.
didn't even notice that.
Yes,
I said that the other
remember
day.
that. I had
I
that
said that the other
magazine.
day.
I remember that.
They
I remember
brought
that.
out games that were supposed to be the Halo killer. Instead of letting them be their own titles, you said these are here to kill Halo. This was
Right.
Sony saying it, and you killed yourselves. You shot yourself in the foot.
And
Good
the
luck.
game wasn't even out yet, and they was quoting all of the
This is
magazines.
what
I
they
was
did
like,
to themselves.
boy.
Killzone should have just been Killzone.
Right.
Great cinematic scenes, good, okay multiplayer, great story, right? Same thing with Resistance.
Okay, cool.
You tried to overachieve and you failed. So what you did was you didn't get the numbers you want, aka Horizon Forbidden West, 6 million sold, over 130 or 140 million consoles. You didn't get what you wanted, so you scrapped it.
Yeah.
You scrapped it. Nobody made you do that. So now you depend on Call of Duty, but you also depend on FIFA, 2K, Madden, everything we playing on Xbox, third party, but we also have first party multiplayers, successful. They don't have that. So you can't hold Call of Duty as your own. Because if you were so worried about Call of Duty, Activision is in trouble. They're in turmoil. Did you come out and say you want to buy it? They didn't just go to Microsoft with that.
Well, they didn't want to spend the money. They just want the revenue.
They don't have it.
They probably saw the price tag and went, nope, can't afford that.
Let's be real here. Let's be real here. The price that they're getting is a bargain price. They're worth more than that. But when
when you look at their
down
the road, when you look at their profitability on the road, they are worth more than
they're worth more than that. The same thing what happened with the owner of the Clippers. Steve Ballmer caught that deal like he did because they was in trouble.
Yep.
And he got him for a bargain. He already had equity built into his purchase. Same thing with Activision. There's already equity built into that purchase.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a bargain price they got that for. This is what
Sony,
but Sony don't. That Sony's worth $87 billion. The deal is 70. They can't match that.
No,
but they ain't saving it either. You don't want nobody else to have it. It's like if I don't have it, nobody can have it.
And one game you haven't brought up is SOCOM. They
I did bring that up.
Yeah, he said SOCOM.
Oh, did you mention? I didn't.
As soon as he said that, I started getting super hype about it. I was like, "Yep, he's absolutely right."
They did that. I'm a SOCOM guy.
What a fantastic title! What an IP was phenomenal.
I love to see
phenomenal. They destroyed it.
Murder.
Well, yeah,
greedy.
They just don't want to take the time to let.
Nope, they don't. They just want to pay to win. And now you playing with somebody who really could pay to win. You want to pay to win, you can't play with somebody who could buy you.
Because Call of Duty didn't start up
all over the world crying. His name should be Crying Ryan, not Jim Ryan Lion or Lion Jim Ryan. Crying Ryan. I feel like every time I hear this dude's voice, I'm stuck in a nursery home, and all the kids are hungry at the same damn time.
Whiny Ryan is his name.
Guy's horrible, man. And he's
Ryan.
A lot of it
cry all they want, man. And if they take it to court, they're gonna lose.
Let them spend some more money on them lawyers, right?
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Go ahead, Paul.
Because Call of Duty didn't start out as number one. It had to overcome. At the time Call of Duty first came out, there were things like Half-Life and
Honor, etc.
Yeah. And so it didn't start. It had to have time to grow and adjust and change. And it took them actually a few iterations before it became the game. Because
console made that game the game. I've been playing that game since PC. Console made that game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because before that on console it was
PC. This is why dudes is frauds.
I can't remember. What was the PC one that used to be real big that was tied into Half-Life or all that stuff? Can't remember the name of it.
Counter-Strike?
Yeah, Counter-Strike. Yeah.
Huge.
Was the boss. Counter-Strike was
huge.
The boss.
Yeah, Counter-Strike.
It's still absolutely. It's still used.
And I want to know why Nintendo ain't got Call of Duty. They not struggling over there with money.
Yeah,
you're right.
They don't got Call of Duty. What happened?
Yeah,
they don't even have a complaint.
They haven't had Call of Duty.
They don't even. They don't care.
No, they don't. They have their IPs. They have Mario. They have Donkey Kong. They're
so what's that say? PlayStation gets your own IPs, right?
Yeah.
They're still playing Counter-Strike on PC and 360.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
And it's all peer-to-peer at this point, I think.
Yes, it is.
It's all modded now.
You could load up your 360 now and go to on a marketplace and buy Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
I don't know how the console version, if there's still a market for them to be played with, but on PC, it's still huge.
Yeah. PC, it's still very big on PC.
Guys that I know play that game religiously.
Easy do a deal with Valve and bring Counter-Strike to the PlayStation 5 exclusive.
Yep.
Sony could cry all they want. You know why? Saudi Arabia didn't. They just said we agreed to it. They don't care. You know why China's gonna do the same thing? Because they got Tencent there. You start turning down deals and say what's not fair. You ain't buying nothing either. It's gonna be a Me Too situation. That's what's gonna turn into. Sony is crazy. Nobody on Xbox complained. Oh, they bought Bungie. This is not right. People say, oh, okay. You bought Insomniac? Nobody cried. Nobody said nothing.
Usually when that happened, actually what happened was the Xbox were going, Xbox needs to go out and buy ABC. Remember they were listing all the different publishers that Xbox should buy. Well, here you go. They bought one now. This
deal would not catapult Microsoft to the number one financial first party, but it will be the biggest first party. That's the
Yep.
number one that they will be. They will have the most studios and everything under their umbrella and still only own 3% of the market.
Yep.
3%. So this puts them over Nintendo and Sony in terms of developmental teams. Facts.
Yep.
But it doesn't financial because they just bought it. Give them a
Yeah.
couple years, they'll be number one
Yeah.
financially. They're already killing
Yeah.
Game Pass.
Yeah, didn't
Yeah.
they release the
2.9
Game Pass revenue?
2.9
billion.
billion. Oh,
one
shout out
year
to
alone.
IGN. This is not sustainable.
Yeah, they can't do this. They can't. Do
It's
this,
impossible.
IGN. You know,
Like I always
more than
say,
IGN said it.
We
a
listening
lot
to
of
people who are not
articles
accountants.
said it.
They're
Yeah.
nothing. They just talking. They get in front of a
You know.
camera and start making up stats. They all look stupid now. I know they was like, damn. They said they
just
wasn't gonna
cool.
report
If you
numbers.
throw enough poop against the wall, somebody's
Even
gonna stick, right?
even on a
Damn.
even on a bad year, King can support this acquisition all by themselves. Okay.
Yeah, listen, man.
Yeah.
This is silly. This is nonsense. They holding up
Everybody
something
forgets
that's gonna
about
happen
King.
anyway.
Everybody forgets about King back there, but they're back there. They're making in all the money.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh yeah,
you're absolutely
yeah.
right, Paul. You're
That's a
absolutely
fact.
right.
Candy Crush make
That's
more
probably
money,
more than
makes
anything
more
that any
money
game has
than
ever
Call of
made.
Duty.
Absolutely.
Clowns,
Yeah.
you said
Call of Duty
stream
more
out,
than
right?
probably many
Yeah.
IPs in the world. I wonder what King's revenue is versus Take-Two's for Grand Theft Auto. I bet
Oh,
you it's
shit.
doable now.
King is King, dude. Seriously, King.
And I
Like,
want to
like-
know where's the CMA? Where's the CMA when Sony's raising prices of consoles? Where y'all at?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all didn't see that happen because it surely happened in your region.
Oh yeah.
Where
it
y'all
did.
was at with that? They
Well,
wanted,
you know-
they are his homeboys and they trying to look out for him, but it's gonna backfire because either way, let's just say Microsoft lose. Now you got somebody with an extra $70 billion to do whatever they want, and it's gonna be done to you. That's what's gonna happen. You see, that's why I love Phil Spencer, but I appreciated Satya stepping up to the back and talking some gangster talk. Stop talking to me disrespectful. Know who you talking to. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. That's how that
And like you
Phil
said,
is a nice guy.
that website was the response. That website.
Oh,
was
no
the-
doubt. But so was
Yeah.
we don't want this deal to go through. And first thing Phil said, yeah, when it as soon as this acquisition happened, those games are dropping in Game Pass. That was a straight jab. Hold that. That's what they're
Yep.
scared of. They're scared. They knew about them Game Pass numbers before we did. They knew.
Oh yeah.
Imagine Call of Duty in there.
It is interesting though that between the website, Satya's comments, and then the official response to the CMA is okay. We're tired of being a punching bag. Now here's our response.
But guess
Knock
what?
this shit off. You
Guess,
know?
guess,
It's-
yo,
Language.
look, drop another $1 in the cup.
yeah.
Control yourselves.
Yeah.
But look,
Shove another dollar in the cup.
listen, but look at this, man. Look at this, right? All the crying they doing. Like I said, if it don't happen, what you think Microsoft gonna do next?
He is trendy. Wow.
You're in trouble. I wouldn't want to piss them off. I know not when you could buy us.
No.
Okay, keep it up.
If this deal falls through, the next day they're going to announce a deal for the WB properties. I can
And
almost
probably buy EA too.
yeah.
Keep it up. Keep it up. You won't have nothing. You'll have video game flavored thoughts when they done with you.
I don't know. Would you want EA though? Seriously? Oh,
EA's not a bad company.
Question
they-
is,
Not at all.
what do you
Well,
think? Do you think, or should we expect another acquisition from Microsoft after this?
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
fact.
We
Absolutely.
didn't
Yes.
think we'd see
Yes.
another one after
Nah.
Bethesda. We were like,
Well, you would
I-
have to.
whoa.
You would have to because Phil said it on stage.
Oh, did he say it
Infinite.
again?
Yeah, he said
Right.
that at E3. And we're not stopping here.
Right.
He said that clearly. I told you I gotta listen to the man. He be giving y'all shots.
Infinite. You got to remember.
Everybody too busy watching what's on his shelf.
You got to remember the money that they have for acquisitions. When this deal goes through, they still have a lot more left. So they got to spend that money because
They
you can't sit on that money because
Right.
when it comes to them taxes, you got to spend that shit. Excuse my language. You got to
Facts.
spend it. You got to spend
I
it.
agree.
Go ahead, clowns.
So speaking of shelf, right? The latest thing that's going around Twitter is everybody's talking about is the thing dubbed Project Keystone, which is their prototype on Phil Spencer's shelf. Everybody's alluding to the fact that it is probably a streaming stick, and the official Xbox account had responded to Phil's picture, saying, hey boss, you're not supposed to show off the prototypes or something to that nature. So, I'm gonna go to our special guest Yobi. What do you think about the streaming stick? Do you think it is a streaming stick? Are you excited for it? How do you feel?
I'm gonna say it like this. Excuse me.
What language was that? He said, "I'm gonna
Yeah.
say it like this." He ain't here speaking Klingon. What the hell? I'm sorry, Yobi.
Nah, you good, bro. It's part of his plan of Phil Spencer and his team, his core team's plan for what he said years ago on the stage, reaching how many gamers did he say? 2.8 billion or 3.8 billion?
Yeah, it's like 3 billion something now.
So from what he said up until now, he's been following through on everything he said. That streaming stick, from what I read, is basically, they said that it was gonna. You see how the top of the Series X look? It's gonna be like that, but like I'll say like the top of the Series X chopped off. I'll say like about that much. And suppose it's gonna be bundled with HDMI cord and a Series X controller. It's amazing. It's gonna be an amazing tech. It's gonna be a major feat, and it's gonna push the envelope. It's gonna continue to push the envelope, and it's gonna continue to reach gamers, to reach regions to people who don't even have access to video games. Like for example, T-Mobile, because me and Clowns at one point we had the T-Mobile 5G box, right?
Yep.
That's basically geared towards residents who don't have strong internet connections in their area. So imagine that. We can't reach the big boys internet, but T-Mobile, hey, we offering T-Mobile internet your service $50 a month. Oh, Xbox. Put it like this: Xbox just released the streaming box a week later. Oh, we get to experience video games for the first time. There's people out there who never experienced video games before. So that is a part of the 2.8 billion gamers. You get that streaming box, you connect to your TV, boom, that's it. Get that Microsoft account, sign up Game Pass, whatever, $15 a month. So you're paying basically $65 a month for internet and Game Pass. You can't beat that. I can't wait to see more of it. It's gonna be a great feat. It's gonna be great for the people, even people in the United States or just around the world who don't have the means or funds to actually get an Xbox or to get a computer. This little device, come on, you can't beat that. I think it's genius, and I can't wait to hear more about it.
Nice. you know, let's see.
I hope I made sense.
No, you
No, I get what
did.
you're saying. I get what you're saying, and I agree 100%.
Heard.
Yeah, I'm sure
Paul-
many. I'm sure many haven't played the game yet already and are not playing because of it.
Right.
Paul, let's go to you. How do you feel
Sorry,
about the streaming stick? No, you're good, Infinite.
I think it's cool, and we were talking about this the other day on Gaming After Dark, and I pointed out that it's also good for people who may already have an Xbox, but let's say you've got kids who want to play, and you can just here, plug the streaming stick into the TV upstairs and go play. Go. And so it gives people
bad.
options. It's also good for, like I was pointing out, when I go to visit my family in California, I'm not going to take my whole Xbox with me, but if
Right.
I can take the streaming stick with me, plug it into my mom's TV, I'm good to go. So yeah, it's got a lot of uses outside of just the just that. Also, I pointed out that in the Asian markets where they don't have room for a lot of stuff, this could be the answer for a lot of them as well. This may be very big over there, actually.
Ooh, and Paul, also with the streaming box, what if, I'm pretty sure they're gonna add this. What if you leave your Xbox at home, right? You take
Yeah.
your streaming box with you. What if they say for the people who already have a console or an Xbox or whatever, you can stream your games from your console while you're way out of town to the streaming
And
box. That's
they're
genius.
they're actually already talking about that. That's supposed to go live at some
That's
point.
so fire. That is so fire.
Yeah.
I was playing a game on the cloud on my console the other day just to check it out, so I'd have to download it.
Mhm.
I got into it for a little while. I was playing that Medieval Destiny or Dynasty. Sorry,
Yeah.
And after
I
about
was
an
able to
hour
roll.
playing, which I was having great connection, I just didn't want to download the game because I didn't know how to enjoy it.
Right.
But I was playing it for about a good hour, and then a bottom logo comes up, a little Xbox notification says, "Would you like to install this game?"
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I better install it because I'm enjoying it. I want to see it at a better fidelity or a higher frame rate or something like that. I want to see how good this game looks not on the cloud. Actually, it looked just as good. So that just goes to show how good the cloud was. But I downloaded it and I'm playing it now. And hey, I got to experience it without downloading it. That's the first time I was able to do that.
I do that for like the Microsoft rewards points things where on the Xbox where it says like play this game. Instead of downloading and installing it, I just pull it from the cloud real quick, jump in. Sometimes I
Genius.
stay in and sometimes I don't, but it's there and I can do it. So yeah, it's really cool.
Right.
You
Let me
know.
jump in on this right quick. It was one time, clowns or everybody. I was playing Marvel Avengers, right? And I forgot I deleted it off my console, but I wasn't paying attention. And one day, I was playing it through the cloud, right? Just playing it, whatever. And I could have sworn I was playing the Wakanda DLC. And bro, I don't know what it was. I don't know what happened. I don't know what type of magic they worked that day, but it felt like I was playing I felt like the game was actually on my system. I was playing it from the system, but I was playing it through the cloud because I had the 30 FPS mode on. Then I switched it to the 60 FPS mode, and it was so freaking fluid. It was like so beautiful. I'm like, wait, let me check. Do I still have this installed? I'm like, no, I'm playing it through the cloud. They are wizards over there. It's crazy, bro. It's scary. Good scary though. Good scary.
Lemon.
Clowns.
I was gonna go to Lemon on this next. Lemon,
Yes.
what do you think about the Stream Stick? Is this something you're gonna pick up?
I won't be picking it up, but it's good for people. Quick access. It's better sometimes. Like Infinite said, it's good to be able to pick up something stream. It gives you an idea. Like say, like this is an outside box, right? I was fortunate enough to pick up a S and an X, right? But this is good for people who don't want to do what I did, and they could jump in their games. They could take it portably. They could take it on vacations. They can give it to their kids. So many different things you could do with this box. So I think it's an excellent idea. And then you got those places that, people can't afford these big consoles. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely going to be cheaper. You still get the same access.
Hey.
And, it's good when you have options to bring different gamers together on platforms. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just great.
Gave me the best idea ever. We travel about 3 times a year. We take about a week vacation. We go to the Outer Banks. We go visit my sister in Florida. We went to Tennessee last year to meet up. But anyways, the kids always bring their Xboxes with them. Always bring their Xboxes. This year they had, for last Christmas, they got their Xbox Series X's for Christmas. And while they're packing them in a suitcase this year, I'm like, man, I got to make sure I'm super careful with this piece of luggage and put it in the back of the car. I didn't want to ruin it. I mean, got $1,000 in this little piece of luggage.
Right.
I want to make sure it's taken care of. Would have just brought that little box for whatever price point it is. Even if it's $100, that saves me $800 of potentially losing something.
That's a fact.
And they would have had the same experience playing than they would have if they had the Series X Xbox.
Yep. And the nice thing is
that
that little box can probably go on a carry-on, so you can pretty much guarantee you're not going to lose it in travel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As small as it is, it looked like it could fit in your pocket.
Yeah, it really. Yeah.
That's a fact.
No.
So it's a good idea, man. It's a good idea.
It's a good way to save money.
Because Game Pass is an app at this moment, and it's on Samsung TVs the same way, right?
Yep.
So why not put it in the stream? It ain't like your box got to be powerful. You're using the power of the cloud and everything that it utilizes. So it's quick and easy.
Look at the Amazon Fire Sticks back in the day, making TV smart. Now what's the point of the Fire Stick? Not very much. I bet you their sales are way down because every TV now they have their own Fire TVs. In fact, I have my Fire TV down here in the basement, my little man cave. Fantastic piece of equipment. The Fire TV is awesome for how easy it is to use. Pulls all local channels, all my streaming channels, pulls it on together, and I get to watch TV on.
I mean, that's what I use my S for. I use my S for that. I got it in my bedroom. I don't play games in my bedroom. It's basically my streaming stick.
There you go. Yep.
I don't never play in my bedroom. I go to sleep or I watch Netflix, whatever, Hulu, whatever. But I got it for $140, on somebody trading in a brand new one. I'm taking that.
Can't beat that.
Facts.
You know?
No, I agree. Look at all the people who play mainly. I know I have quite a few guys, friends, work-wise, that played solely on PC. Now they got a little box to hook up to their nice monitor. They might actually maybe play a console to game or two.
Right? Especially we
Yeah.
ain't got to make a huge investment, because that's what
That's
it's really
exactly
about for
it.
people.
Just another
It's the
$100.
investment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they price it right. You know, they should be fine.
And let's just be honest. We spend over $100 easily in 3 months' time just when a new controller comes out, right? Every 3 months, one pops out, we buying it up, right?
He ain't lying. He ain't
Infinite,
lying.
I don't want to have this discussion.
Exactly.
I do not want to have this
I
discussion.
don't either. If I put the camera on, I got enough.
Listen,
I'm
control
telling you,
myself.
I wanna have
Microsoft
discussions
is
about
creating a
controllers
problem,
or
man. We're gonna have AAA meetings. You know, I
statues.
got a
Don't
problem
have
buying
discussions
stuff.
about controllers or statues. Leave them alone.
Yeah, I got a problem. I need help.
Yeah, for real.
Mama.
Certain guys on the PlayStation side or other fanboys like, man, you did that many controllers. They all got stick drift. No, we just got a lot of custom controllers that are fancy. Sorry, man.
My next controller is
one
one of the
fancy.
Elite.
This one I like.
Elite Design Labs. I didn't buy the
Oh,
white one.
man,
But
same.
I'm gonna. That's my next controller.
I just
Same,
saying.
bro. I can't wait. I can't
Elite
wait.
Design. And then I'm
It's-
gonna stop. I say that every
I'm-
time I buy something.
You
but
ain't gonna stop. You
I'm
ain't gonna
gonna
stop.
stop.
Bro.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
I'm trying.
You
Yeah.
ain't gonna stop.
First of all,
They're
you're
just
supposed
gonna
to
come out
help
with
me. You're not
something-
supposed to kick me while
Yeah.
I'm asking
There's
for
I'm not
help.
kicking
You
you
know?
while you're down, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, it's a healthy hobby.
Yeah.
Then
I'm
they're coming out
gonna
with a
try and
Gears of
get
War
the
one.
I'm gonna try to get the core for my birthday or Christmas. So yeah.
What are you trying to
Other
think
than
of?
the
The
fridge?
core.
The Elite core, the one because I already have all the gadgets from my Elite 2, so I just need the core
Yeah,
version.
that's what
of
I
the
was
new
telling
one.
people. If you have an Elite and they took it out, they was like, "But they're charging this." But if you have an Elite, all your parts work. It's the same damn
Yeah.
controller.
All right. Yeah. Just buy
That's
the
why
controller.
they
and
made
just
it
use the
cheaper.
parts that you already got.
Yep.
Or like I put a video out. I put a video out on Twitter like 2 weeks ago. Just if you don't want to buy the parts from Microsoft, you could use a third party on Amazon to buy
Yeah,
the
for
blue,
$20.
gold, red.
Yeah.
For like $20, $25, $30.
Yeah.
get
Because
the
I've
real
got the part sitting here, so why not? You know, it's
I
like
don't get it.
Exactly.
What are we discussing with? I feel like I'm out of the loop. What are we discussing with parts that you already have for your controllers?
the,
that we're-
the for
Okay,
the new
so
the core
these
Elite.
like like the paddles and stuff. When you buy the core, the core paddles is everything. It don't come with the controller. You got to buy that separate. So that's-
That's how they
So-
didn't make it cheaper. They just took out the parts, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They gave you the
What are the-
controller for what it's
So-
worth.
okay,
right?
Oh,
so
so
you
we
know-
got the controller, but no thumbsticks, no paddles.
No,
no,
you
you-
get
you
thumbsticks. You
have
don't get the
them, but-
paddles, the extra
Right.
paddles and the extra thumbsticks. You do not get.
Right. They charge an extra.
You know
for
when
that.
your
That's
controller comes,
separate.
it has everything attached to it. When you take it out it out its case,
And with extra different sizes, yes.
right? You don't get that.
This, don't get none of that.
Right, yeah.
Is anybody aware that you can buy those from Amazon or eBay for dollars? Literally.
Well,
You can get it for
those
$20
of us who
on
pay
Amazon.
attention. Those of us who pay
I buy
attention.
new ones all the time. You know how easy they are to lose those.
I got a
thumbsticks?
whole Halo
I got
collection
crap
of
loads of them.
parts I've never used because I said, why did I buy this? Because all the attachments, they got Halo emblems on the paddles. I'm like, that's underneath the controller. I will never see that.
I got. I buy new thumb pads for my controllers
Got
all
a
the
super
time.
chat, clowns.
Yeah, I got to get to the super chat real quick. So first of all, thank you, Jay, for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate it, man. He
Jay
says,
Rambert.
fellas, do you think there will be a concession for the AKB deal? I hope not. Guys, what do you think? You think there's going to be any concessions on this deal?
It's a possibility. That's all I'm gonna say. There's a possibility. But I honestly believe at the end of the day, I know they have lawyers to deal with that stuff, but I feel like, bro, I'm buying this company. You can't. I feel like you shouldn't tell me what to do with the company that I'm buying. But I digress. Like I said, there's a possibility. Go on.
Lemon?
I don't think they're gonna do that. If you notice, the other two didn't. They just said with no anything. I'm gonna tell y'all something people don't know. Do y'all know how important? Do y'all know why Brazil held up the Disney Fox deal? Because you know that's who did that, right?
I had no idea. Please
Yeah,
speak on this. I have no info on that. Please.
Anybody else know on the panel?
I'm not sure why.
What's up?
I never
Okay.
knew that even took place. Go
This
ahead.
is what happened. The Disney Fox deal. We know why Disney was buying Fox. They wanted those franchises. Okay, the movie franchises. They got it. But y'all do know Fox has one of the biggest sports divisions on the planet in terms of Fox Sports, biggest on the planet. What they was gonna do when they bought Fox, complete the deal, was abolish the sports, because we all know Disney is not a sports company.
Right.
They was gonna abolish it. So when they went to go do this deal, Brazil said, which this is your job, to protect the workers and the consumers, not the company. What they did was, with something that Paul alluded to, what they did was they put that you have to make this part of this division. You have to sell it off and have its own, make it be its own entity because it's large enough. They can put a stipulation on something that's anti consumer and anti employees. So they held up that whole deal until Disney said, well, we don't want it anyway. So they had to wait till it was established for its own division, get leaders over there to take over this body. And that's the thing. So unless this is not a consumer friendly thing, their job is to protect the employees and the consumers. Microsoft buying Activision is not an anti-consumer situation. So saying if you say, oh, we don't want this in Game Pass, that's anti-consumer, because now they have a property and an entity that they invested in, right, for the consumer. So if you take that out, right, isn't that anti-consumer? You can't say, oh, we don't have that type of service and we don't want it in there for Sony. What that got to do with the consumer? Because there's nobody at your house with a gun saying, don't go buy Xbox, don't go buy Game Pass.
Right.
That's what these regulators' job is, not to protect the company. That's why they don't care. But you'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But that's how important. That's people was like, oh, Brazil's nobody. Brazil was the main body holding up a deal because it was anti the workers.
Yeah. All it takes is one of these administrations, no matter how small it is, to hold up the deal. Seriously.
Right.
Yep. And people think Brazil is small. Yeah. Where you think soccer is big as that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
People don't know what they're talking about because they're not from there. People shouldn't say things like that about Brazil.
Well,
they only spoke to the big regulatory bodies in this acquisition. The small ones don't. They said y'all don't even count. They only talking to the big ones, and it's Saudi Arabia, it's Brazil, it's the CMA, it's the EU, it's the FCC, and whatever China calls they thing. They're not talking to nobody else. Who else they think they're supposed to talk to?
Yeah, that's some good points right there, for sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're not my points. This is just what it is. And they said it. We're going to talk to the ones, the big ones, and we're not talking to anybody small.
Right.
You didn't hear them complaining. They didn't say a word. So it is what it is, man. But I don't think they're going to cut no deals. Why would Microsoft do that? You're going to change what you're going to change what you built because of what they said? First thing I told you, that's what got me into Game Pass. Day and date, first party. Remember, I told you I was not on board on Game Pass.
Yeah,
because I buy everything. I keep telling people that when they said first party, day and date, and you get ultimate, you will have the ultimate versions of the game. First game that did that was Gears 5. Even though I still bought the collectors, but it's still like, that was the kicker for me. So you think Microsoft's supposed to change their motto and make an exception for one game? They're not. I don't think they're gonna go for that after spending $70 billion. Who would do that? This is the biggest deal in gaming history ever. It might never be a purchase this big again for years. I don't think they're gonna go for that. It makes no sense for them to accept that. Nah, I don't know. You ain't. I'm not buying a Bentley. You tell me where to park it and drive it. No, sir. It's not happening. I'm sorry. I don't know about y'all, but that's my money. Forget that. That sounds crazy. But let's see what happens.
Absurd.
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why. Paul was 1,000% correct what he was saying. I said it very rarely happens. It has to be something to really stand out to be something crazy.
Right.
Buying another company is not crazy because technically, like Phil, when he first started buying these companies, what's the first thing he said? Well, we're going to hold up the current contracts because they're not obligated to do nothing.
No,
They're not
and
obligated.
and
How
he's
many
even
companies has
agreeing
purchased other companies and then fired everybody
and honor the union too.
and iron in the union? Right. Like
That's a big deal.
happens every day. People act like, oh no, this doesn't happen. Yes, it happens every day. How many hostile takeovers happen? Software, etc. bought EB Games. They started firing people. Nobody said nothing. They downsized.
Yep.
Happens every day. But people
GameStop
got
Funko
snake
Land, right?
memories. They forget quick. But that's just the facts. But we'll see. We'll see.
Infinite, what do you think about what Jay said? Do you think there'll be any concessions?
In regards to what?
The Activision deal to make it go through?
No, I don't think. I think it's going to play as it is.
Yeah. So, Jay, the only thing that I could see, and this is just speculation here, right? So the one thought that I would have is that Microsoft might agree on no Game Pass exclusive, like no exclusive skins or anything for Game Pass members, something small, right? I don't think they would make any big concessions because the idea is that Microsoft wants to make money off this after they purchase it because it's a hefty price and they want to be able to still sell it, on other consoles as well. So that's just how I think about it. I think that what Sony's requesting publicly shows how sensitive Sony's pockets are right now, and that they're very concerned because they just don't want Microsoft to get any bigger. They're worried about Microsoft outpacing them in the long run. And unfortunately, for Sony played the game wrong this generation, and Phil and Satya played it correctly. They played it by the business book. It's just business, right? When Sony was high on the hog and they were doing well, Microsoft didn't complain. You saw Phil and Satya congratulate Sony on releasing God of War, on the success on the PS4, the successes on the late gen of the PS3. You saw them congratulate them. Sony's not giving the same energy back, and I think Microsoft is getting a little tired of it, and that's why we see that website up now. Whether it's
they're getting tired, and I think that, and I told people the deal that Phil talked on the phone to Jim Ryan, first of all, is nothing on paper. It's a conversation. It's not acceptable. Who the hell are you to tell us what you accept? And I'm giving you a pass, and I ain't got to do nothing, right? So it's like they feel entitled.
Yeah.
They feel entitled. But why? Did you feel entitled when you did that to Sega?
No.
You didn't have no conversations. You did what you wanted to, and you strutted your stuff. Because 20 years ago, y'all was on top of the world. Y'all not that same company today. They're just not.
No.
They're bleeding money everywhere else.
And the other thing, too, is like, you know what? You see Nintendo out here, right? They're not complaining to any regulators. They don't care.
They don't care.
So if Nintendo could be in their own lane, still be successful, Sony shouldn't care either because Sony's going to be successful regardless with the Spider-Man lock that they got. Xbox...
Wolverine, Spider-Man, Final Fantasy...
And there's going to be more Marvel characters probably locked to Insomniac in the future. But
anybody
you're not
talk about that? Sorry, Clowns, but what about the game that nobody want to talk about? Who got a special level coming out this holiday season? And we don't have it. Well, I will if I buy it.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Nobody. Exactly. Oh, that's fair. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Everybody don't have money to promote and support 3 consoles. Let's be real here. The holiday season is the worst season to be a gamer because you want everything and you only can buy some things. Right? That's a fact. So I can get Harry Potter on my PS5, but everybody don't have a PS5. So I don't say, oh, I can get it. I don't care. It's not fair to other players, Xbox players. It's not fair.
And Clowns. And also, when they first announced Avengers, and as it get towards the release of the game, they said, oh, Spider-Man character DLC coming to Avengers only if you have a PlayStation.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were saying, can they do that? Is that fair? And they would say, hey, the only way you can play a PlayStation, you gotta go buy. The only way you can play Spider-Man on Avengers, you gotta buy a PlayStation.
This is from the company who said, if you can't afford a PS5, get a second job. Do we forget who these people are?
And guess what? Lemon, back then, nobody said nothing about that.
Nobody said nothing.
Only a small crowd, but they got flushed out in 2 weeks.
I don't know. Let me shut up. I'm gonna shut up.
You know what our problem is, boys? Our
I would love to play
I
Spider-Man.
could go on for days on these dudes.
I would love to
We're
play
intertwined
Spider-Man.
with Twitter, and when we discuss toxic fanboys, I'm solely discussing those in Twitter. That's all they do all day long. You know, and I'm not talking about the average PlayStation user. That's not
Right. We're not talking about the fans. We're talking about the weirdos.
We're all a fan. I'm a fan of PlayStation.
Right. I'm a fan of PlayStation too. I ain't weird for it. I ain't weird for Xbox either.
Exactly.
I'm just speaking what the company did.
But
Company's crazy.
Continue to move goalposts, you know, and what was good for the gander is not good for the goose unless this is your goose, right? And then you're happy for it.
Listen, man. Gaming should be fair. When it comes to third parties, I shouldn't have to buy Destiny on PlayStation because they got 5 exotics we can't get.
Or you're locked behind raids or something, right?
Right. Like, come on.
Special raid boards,
Why is Jim Ryan saying these things? You do this all the time. Epic
They've
and
been
Apple.
doing it for so long
They
now.
got their card pulled. Epic and Apple showed you even you're jerking off indie developers. They already ain't got no money. You trying to take every little bit out of them. That's disrespectful. Nobody. Where's the CMA with that?
Yeah.
And also,
where are you?
In future reference, I feel like this: multiplayer games that are coming out on Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch, and PC. Y'all, please, if you got multiplayer game coming out on multiple platforms, bro, just come out with crossplay day one. Because I have friends who are getting sick and tired of want to play wants to play a certain multiplayer game. Yo, you got NBA 2K on or just example, or this fighting game on PlayStation. Yeah, I got that on PlayStation, but I have it on Xbox. Oh, we can't play together? Nah, it's not crossplay. It's like, bro, that is getting old. Like, bro, if you coming out multiplayer games on multi-platforms, bro, crossplay got to be front and center. Because now, the guys who working on Avengers a couple months ago, or they announced, we're looking into crossplay. I'm like, that should have been day one, but I understand.
But you know why it wasn't day one? They don't want to get ripped off.
Exactly.
I want to know, Clown.
Yes.
On your Xbox Series X, right? Do you have Street Fighter 5?
No.
Oh, okay. That's fair, right?
If I was a hardcore fighting fan, no, I'd be ticked off. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be mad. I'm already upset.
I'm going to the CMAs and I'm crying too. I'm gonna cry.
I'm upset. To this day, I am sad that we can't get Spider-Man Marvel's Avengers, and that game is not even that popular anymore. And I still want to play Spider-Man, and I have it on PlayStation, but I just don't play it there.
All right, Clowns. This one I understand.
Why? Because you can't play with us. That's why.
Yeah.
Facts. I understand the business wise, but how? I mean, of course we know how, but I just want to I want to know how did that conversation, and I want to know who at Disney or Marvel okayed them to keep the Spider-Man character on Marvel Avengers on one platform. Me personally, I think that was very stupid. That's
because Sony owns Spider-Man. Because Sony owns Spider-Man.
They don't own Spider-Man. They don't own it, but they don't.
Well,
they have the intellectual properties to produce.
They have. So they have control of Spider-Man still.
Right, they have control. Yeah.
But I feel like I understand, but I feel like that was because Spider-Man is it's Spider-Man. Most popular.
Right,
and that's exactly why they did it. And that's exactly why they did it.
Go buy Batman.
Yeah.
Go buy it. Be petty.
I understand that's exactly why they did it, but you gotta look at it like this. Business-wise, me personally, business-wise, I thought that was very stupid because the whole entire world knows who Spider-Man is, but ain't no way in hell the whole entire world is finna flop. It's gonna go buy that game just to play as one person. Me personally, I feel like that's never gonna happen. It happened on a small scale, but on a giant scale, nah. But go ahead, Klaus.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree.
I would love to play Spider-Man, but I'm not gonna go.
This topic
Clowns,
depressed me, and I
love Spider-Man. I would love to play Spider-Man on Avengers, but I'm not gonna go and buy one game to play with him.
It's like This is ridiculous already. No matter what
Like,
we're saying,
I bought a
this is
Spider-Man
what they
game, but I'm
doing,
not
and
for 5
everybody
minutes
acting
to
like
play
it's not
Spider-Man.
happening. They just turning their cheek. Oh
Right.
no, that's okay. Remember when IGN said when Final Fantasy 16 was announced to be PlayStation exclusive? Remember IGN was like, "Oh no, that's good for business." Really?
But he ain't keep that same energy for Tomb Raider though.
He sure didn't.
He ain't keep that, bro. And limit.
Oh, my
I called one
God.
of them dudes out and I got blocked for it. Hey, thank you. You just proved my damn point.
Yeah.
So what, bro?
Right. You
You
must
biased,
say
bro.
what they
Just
need
be-
you to say, or
just
you're
be
the
honest with yourself,
enemy.
bro.
Whatever.
Yep. No, 100%. And you know, another thing too, I want to bring this up real quick. The fact that Meta now has a studio that made Iron Man VR. I'm kind of
Right.
happy about that, to be honest with you, because now we're gonna see more Marvel content outside of Sony's, outside of Sony's domain. We're gonna see possibly, hopefully, that leads to some stuff from Meta and Marvel to work on stuff together, and it kind of loosens the idea that Marvel has that
Right.
for some reason they need to keep giving stuff to Sony, because I want to see them diversify their portfolio, right? Like, I mean, it would be cool if Xbox got a really great Blade game or a Ghost Rider game, right? I mean, it'd be
Yo,
kick-ass if they did
what?
that, right? Like, you see what I'm saying?
Oh,
So I'm
Xbox
hoping
get a
this.
Punisher game.
Yes. Made
Made by
Yes.
Coalition. Ooh, Don't
There
get
you
me
go.
started. Don't get me
Right?
started, bro. Don't get me
Right?
started.
So I'm kind of happy that Meta has now the studio that made Iron Man, and they're gonna hopefully expand on that. Hopefully we see some more Marvel stuff going to Meta, and it just breaks up that whole thing where everybody feels like it has to go to Sony, because it
Right.
shouldn't. Nobody should ever accept that, but we have accepted it as gamers, and we're all guilty of it. We support it. We bought PlayStations, right? Because we want to play their exclusives. So
Right.
Obviously,
what
not
it is.
enough people buy the exclusives because they're crying.
Yeah, I mean, going forward, it's a big
See, I
concern
can
of
keep
theirs,
going,
right?
clowns. I can keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Guess people should buy more of their exclusive than Call of Duty.
Exclusives
Yeah.
matter until this Call of Duty deal happened. Oh my God, no! Our exclusives are just an addition, but we need it. It's detrimental to our online services.
Yeah.
It's detrimental because they gave up on their exclusive shooters.
Yeah. Well, I want to get into this topic real quick before we kind of like move on and close out and talk about what we've been watching on TV. But, so Meta had their big showcase Connect, and I think some of the biggest takeaways from that is that Meta and Microsoft are working together.
Thanks.
Facts.
Teams is
Been-
going to be
been
on
working.
That's
on
crazy.
Meta, Microsoft Office products. So I think that's a good step in the right direction. And there's going to be an official Game Pass app on the Oculus marketplace,
That's
and you're not going to have
wild,
to try to
bro.
sideload it anymore. So
Yes.
whether you like VR or not, this is a big deal
I love
because
it.
this is going to lead to collaboration. It's going to lead to more things. This is what consumers win when this stuff happens.
And it's gonna
right?
lead me to get a VR headset finally.
There you go.
Hey,
But
do
he's
you
not-
guys remember?
We don't want you. We don't want you involved.
Shut
Do you remember? Do you remember when Mixer you're able to
up.
play, or they were thinking about we could play somebody else's game while they were streaming? You guys
Mhm.
remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was awesome. Take over the
Check
controller.
this out. Check this out.
Uh-oh.
VR, whole new idea of couch co-op. They play your game, come into your setting, and you guys couch co-op in VR, and he's playing your game.
Awesome.
Ninja Turtles, fighting game, NBA 2K, but you guys are doing it in VR. You guys are still on the big screen. You're not in VR in the NBA playing it like in the stadium, but you're playing it on the big screen, sitting next to a couch, next to your buddy playing couch co-op.
Yeah. No, that's a pretty big deal for VR enthusiasts. It's a huge
That
deal.
is. I mean,
I
VR.
got it.
That those who like
I'm
VR
sorry.
like to play with others. You know what I mean?
Mm.
We're not people who play VR aren't the ones who just play single player games and that's it. You know, don't interact with the community. People who are playing VR, I would say 90% of the other are interacting with others that have the VR as well, because that's what the part of the VR is. I mean, it's supposed to be sociable, not to be played by yourself.
Yeah.
I got an idea for that whole Teams thing, and y'all better not steal it.
You better
Well,
copyright
hold on.
it.
Before you say it, I'm just going to tell you, Jeepers and I have been thinking for at least a year of VR podcasting. We've
do
already
it.
set it up in multiple things to see if we can get it to work.
Shush, clowns. You're not supposed to say that in public.
Yeah, I'm doing it in
people like to
teams,
steal
baby.
ideas.
If it works, nice. I'll do a Dragon's Den in VR.
Oh, see,
Okay.
It might be actually one show that I show up to watch.
But I'll do it a couple times. But I'm gonna do it. It got to be done right though.
Facts.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be there for that one.
And they gotta look beautiful.
Right, we'll see how you can hook it up to
Well, you
OBS and
put
stuff.
some
We'll see.
backgrounds in there. I'm just, I'm gonna and go wild with that. Virtual background. Paul,
Yo,
what do you think? What do you think?
You want to
about
give me
the,
$1 first, Paul?
well, I forgot. I lost track. What were we talking about again?
the
Wow.
Game Pass app on Oculus?
Oh yeah, I think I can't wait to try it. I think it'll be very cool actually, because the idea that you could basically people are like, well, if you have a big screen TV, it's the same. No, it's not because
No,
you
it's
put those
not.
VR goggles on and you're isolating yourself and you can. And I think with my eyes, I'll be able to track what's going on in the Oculus more than I can on a big screen TV. You know,
Absolutely, Paul. Absolutely.
so for like shooters and stuff or stuff where you really need to see what's going on, I think it's going to be a big plus for me. I think. So
Like I
I'm
said,
looking
if
forward
you're
to
gonna
it.
play in VR, you look over to your right, and I'm sitting on the couch with you, and we're playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, and I'm screaming, "Get your hand off my knee! Get your hand!"
Hey,
Whoa,
every man has
hey,
a price.
ding
I gotta
dong.
pay for the game somehow.
We have
I'm just returning the
sponsors.
favor. You're gonna invite me over and feed me. I'm just trying to help you out.
That's $2
That's
in a
it.
cup for you. Jesus.
That statement has been
$2 in a
redacted.
cup or $2 in a cup.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Whoa.
That statement has been redacted.
Yeah. No,
So-
but yeah, actually, I was talking to my friend about that. That yeah, if it's like the movie thing where you can have people in either watching you play or
screen.
playing along with them, either way, it's going to be very cool.
And not the
You know.
movies you like to watch in VR, buddy.
No, that's
Really?
Flemish. Flemish watches those.
I'm just gonna say this real quick before we get to Lemon on this topic. One thing that Enfinet said that comes to mind is the idea that your brain is basically seeing your friend in virtual reality sitting next to you playing the game, and that's a big deal, right? Because that feels more organic for couch co-op.
When we do big screen and watch movies, clowns on the weekends with everybody and
Yeah.
everybody shows up, it is an absolute blast. You're fake eating popcorn. You eating popcorn in real life, probably.
Yeah.
I know I was, but you got fake popcorn running around. People throwing stuff at each other, just like you had a movie theater with a bunch of guys. I mean, it is nothing better than that. And you sit down, watch, laugh, everybody laughs.
I'm gonna join
together.
y'all one night for that too.
It is
Yeah.
so. It is
It's like
so
a
much
bunch of-
fun.
It's like a bunch of 12-year-old kids just throwing popcorn everywhere.
At the cinema. That's exactly how it is too.
Yeah.
And when people talk, they sound like they're right next to you because of the way the
Literally.
headset works.
And if people who are down far away, they
crazy.
sound like they're far away from you. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, it
absolutely
does.
That's
amazing.
dope.
Yeah.
That is dope.
It's got like a, what do you call that? A proximity kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can yell at
But-
somebody, "Hey, be quiet over there!" And be like, "Sorry," and then you'll just hear them hum, kind of like.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But
hilarious.
imagine playing retro games and RetroArch or something with net play. Wow, it's mind blowing.
Drop the old.
The arcade TMNT, the arcade game. Oh, that'd be so cool. All right, Lemon, what do you think about this?
This is awesome. Gives me another reason to play with my Oculus. I think it's something I would really try to, hope done executed properly. You know what I'm saying? I'm really interested in this. It got me excited, and it's good to see Microsoft once again bringing their platforms to multiple tools of platforms, and you get to play everywhere and join your friends. This is awesome. Anything that brings people together in gaming is awesome for me, man.
Facts.
Like I said,
We made
part of
jokes,
that
and so
being
many made
gamers.
jokes about it being on a refrigerator. Game Pass could be on a refrigerator screen.
It's
God,
possible now.
Remember
put it
that?
on everything. They are putting it on everything now. It's only
It's
a
in
matter of time.
Teslas. Let's go. Y'all forgot
No
about
doubt.
that.
No,
It's
no,
a
no.
Tesla, it's in Jeep.
Yep.
You
can
can
put it
stream
in.
all app now.
Yep.
Just an Android app.
Jago bought like a mini screen for his car. He's playing Game Pass in his car on that. Crazy.
But he's driving around like one of those Hot Wheel cars.
Fast and Furious.
Little Mattel car.
Messy.
Jeep is gonna get me. I mean,
So,
Jago.
Jago.
Yobi, I know you said that you're going to need a VR headset now, but what do you think about this? Is this something that you're kind of excited for?
I'm very excited for it, but not just for me. I'm excited for the world. like I said before in my last one, it's part of Microsoft's 2 point or 4.5, whatever it is, billion gamers. It's part of that philosophy. It's opening up more, more doors for people to play on the Xbox platform. Like you can't beat that, bro. Like say what you if that's anti-consumer to the guys who say out there, then I don't know what is anti-consumer is anymore. That's all I gotta say.
That's
Simple.
it's also another platform. You don't need an Xbox,
Easy.
or it can
Exactly.
be an extension of your Xbox.
Did you just see
Right.
what clowns put in the X? And I didn't even think to fathom that. Game Pass version on Oculus. Day one, good games of Oculus games in Ultimate. You get to play on Oculus now. They already have PC games, indies, hundreds of titles on PC now. It's only
I
a matter
see
of time
somebody
they
playing Forza
Game
in VR.
Pass on Oculus.
I don't know how they did it. They had it on YouTube. They put.
Oh,
they had,
you could sideload anything. I've played my Xbox on my headset already. I've
Yeah.
already played it on a big
Oh
screen on my
yeah,
Xbox.
because I was
So-
watching
I
that.
already
They was
had that
playing
problem. You
Forza.
can sideload it.
So
you could. Sorry, go ahead.
there's a guy on Patreon, Jeepers Follows. He's a big VR enthusiast. He modded something like over 300 games and made VR mods, including Cyberpunk 2077.
insane.
And he's good at it. Like he's he's an actual developer or something. He's actually so when you load up these games on PC and then you connect your Oculus to it, it actually feels like it was made by the actual studio. That's how good this guy is. People pay him on Patreon and suggest things. So it wouldn't surprise me if he did make some sort of Forza or modifications on Steam on those Steam games for people to play in VR. Very possible.
So you saying the guys making VR games?
Yep. He takes a game, any game that you like,
Mhm.
and he can make it first person VR as if you're immersed in the world. So he did that with Cyberpunk 2077. Jeepers fell in love with it, and we lost Jeepers for like 5 days because he was hooked on Cyberpunk VR mod.
I just want a Ready Player One game. That's all I want.
There we go. Right,
That's
that'd
all
be
I want,
great.
bro. That
That'd be
movie
great.
is ingrained in my mind.
It's only
I
a matter
can't
of
get that
time.
movie
They
out of
already
my
got the yaws and everything for the standing on and the pads to walk. So it's just
I'm
a
gonna
matter
get
of
one of
time.
them things in due time, though. Yeah. Go
So,
ahead, Clown.
Before we kind of get out of here and do the outros, one thing I did want to say about the streaming stick that I forgot to mention earlier is that I hope that Xbox actually enables it to sideload APKs or maybe make a like a virtual APK Android emulation on their hypervisor or something similar to that effect. Maybe you can sandbox it because then you can you could trick it to load in, let's say, Sony's APK on there from
Right,
Android. And
because they did say, Clowns, like it's not when you get the streaming box, it's not just gonna come with the Game Pass app. It's gonna come with many apps, and they say I believe they say you could actually download apps onto it as well.
okay. So maybe it is going to be Android based with a hypervisor or something because that would be great.
Right.
And I know it's supposed to have a powerful enough CPU on there to be able to do streaming intensive things. So I don't know, it'd be cool. But it's we've been going on for an hour and a half, and I don't want to bore anybody. So we'll go ahead and get to the outros, and I'll ask you guys what you've been watching while we do the outros. Enfinet.
Hey, what I've been watching?
Yes.
Not his
Watching-
waist.
I've been. That's for sure.
Jeez. This man gotta go, bro.
I've been growing. I've been a grown boy since a wee little age, and it's always been going outwards, not upwards. Been watching a lot of comedy. I get to go see Burt Kreischer this weekend. Super excited about taking the old lady down to Pittsburgh for the weekend, so that's gonna be good. So I've just been watching a lot of comedy with the old lady. Been watched. That's about it. That's all I've been watching. I don't really watch much on the Disney Channel. For you guys, I don't really care for the new Star Wars stuff. I'm a fan of all the old stuff. So I haven't even watched any of the new stuff yet.
Okay.
Other than that's it.
Cerebral Paul.
Let's see. Earlier today, I watched the season finale of She-Hulk. Awesome season finale. Let's see. And I've been watching a lot of scary movies lately. It's that time of the year. It's like, so I have every night. I try to find one movie. I try to find one I haven't seen before. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing a lot of scary movies, and I binge TV shows almost all the time when I'm doing stuff. Like I'm going through the middle right now. The show from a few years back. I watch a lot of TV. That's all I gotta say. It's like just it is what it is.
Okay. And you know, Infinite, you're supposed to give your outro at the same time.
Oh, catch me on Tuesday nights. Rich Renegades here on Thursdays.
Okay, I guess I can do mine too. So on Mondays I'm on the Xbox Ambassador channel. You can
Jesus
find me
Christ!
there.
For the sign up.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I love you.
And then, of course, on Twitter, you can find me at Super Bowl One. Tuesdays, you can find me at Retro Renegades and Gaming After Dark. Wednesdays, nothing right now. Thursdays, this show. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I passed out. Well, actually, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm probably going to be playing Scorn most of the time. So, and hopefully, I'll be streaming it most of the time.
I
So
hope
there
you
you
don't
go.
fall asleep. I mean, sorry.
No, I can, dude. When I get into a game, I can stay up for like over 24 hours easy.
No, that was a shot at the game, but
Oh yeah. Oh, you're saying the game looks boring to you? Is what
it
you're saying.
does.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try it.
My
You know,
beard has
shout out
shifted a
the
little
Game Pass.
Pass, baby. That's right.
Right,
No, no harm, no foul. Game Pass. If
right,
you don't like
right,
it, don't play it. You know.
right. Not mad. I just know I'm a
Yep.
Doom player. I can't go from Doom to that, but we'll try. It might be a very good game. Shout out to Game Pass.
Yep.
bit. Lemon.
Yes.
What have you been watching where people can find you?
I'm not like Paul. I did not like She-Hulk's ending. It confused me.
Don't spoil it. I'm watching it tonight.
I don't do that. I'm a movie guy. I would never do that. So let's not say that again, partner. But anyway, that's my brother right there.
I shall.
Anyway. I didn't like it. It confused me. You know. I was watching Endor today. Very good series. She-Hulk was a very good series to me. I just didn't like the ending. But you can find me at 108 Dragons TV. I have a great guest coming on this weekend, Ham Solo, one of upcoming content creators, gives great points of views. We got some juicy topics. Yeah, it's going to be a good show. And you can find me at 108 Dragons TV on everything, every social media outlet. You also can find me in Cerebral Paul's streams when he on Twitter. Facts.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. I always see Lemon pop into my streams, which I appreciate. Really, seriously, I do. Even if you don't stay, I appreciate that you take a moment to pop in and say hi.
I be listening all the time, brother. All the time. Each
Yep.
one got to support each other. That's a fact. Now, no matter how much we be debating.
That's right.
Facts.
Oh man, one of these days I'm just gonna see Paul rolling over your foot.
Yeah, I know. He gonna break my other leg. It's all right.
That's right.
Oh,
It's all right.
I'll be like, which one's the good one? Okay,
It's all right. I'm expecting it. It's when he does things unexpected. You got a problem. I'm expecting him to do that to me. First convention we pull up together, I expect to get rolled on, not the hood way.
that is Paul's hood way. What are we talking about?
You know what I'm saying? That is Paul's hood way. Fact.
You don't get any more hood than that when it comes to Paul.
Paul needs a nitro boost on that thing. And to a very special guest, Yoby, my brother with Peace, Love, Life, and Hootenanny #1.
I love you too, clowns.
Hootenanny.
That's right. Yeah, I'm number 2. I'm Hootenanny #2. Yoby, what have you
Yes.
been watching and where people can find you?
I've been watching She-Hulk. I'm gonna watch the finale after I'm done gaming. Probably like 3-4 hours from now. I've also been watching the 100. That show is so good.
Oh, that show is fire.
Oh my god, so good, bro. And I'm gonna and I also was watching like a while. I got into my and I watched Bel Air. So good.
Oh, I like that
I
show.
don't have Peacock, man.
Bro, get
I
it,
got
bro.
you. I got
No,
you.
I'm
bro.
not.
You
I'm
wanna
not
so
borrow
doing
mine?
one
So
second.
good.
You want to borrow mine? I got you.
Yeah, I can't.
So
I'm
yeah,
not doing that.
Bel Air. I've been watching. I was actually on an old school trend recently, and I watched damn near all of the Family Matters.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
so
Yeah.
You know what's
Yes.
crazy? I know you, my brother. I was watching the Family Matters bloopers today on YouTube.
yeah.
I was in here crying. Oh, that's funny you said that.
Yeah,
That's a
man. I was
fact.
watching Family Matters, and and I want to get back into watching All American that's on Netflix. I watch everything except for the latest season, but I'm gonna wait for the next season to come out so I can watch everything over again.
Yeah,
If
I
you haven't
watched that
watched
today,
All
too.
American, go
Awesome.
watch All American.
Is that a cartoon?
So good.
No,
No.
it's
No.
a drama series about this athlete and the people surrounding him. It's
And
based on a real
it's
athlete.
based on it's based on a real athlete, and it's centered around football and life in the hood. But it's so good, bro. So good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I like that. I watched it. I watched season 5, episode 1 today. That's one of the things I
Season
watch on the
5,
regular.
season 4.
5 on TV. It's on season 4 on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Season 4 already out? I thought it was only season 3 was out.
That's on Netflix. I watch
Yeah.
it on TV.
Okay. All right. So season 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's what I've been watching, and I can't wait for Bel Air season 2.
Nice.
Definitely
I'm
can't
looking
wait for
forward to that. Yeah.
Oh, me too. That ending was fire, bro. Oof, got my emotions running.
Well, I'm gonna start watching.
Sorry, clowns.
Oh,
You
go
guys
ahead.
can find me every Tuesday night, Retro Renegades, 7 p.m. That's it. And
You can
at
find me
Twitter,
on Retro Renegades too if I'm not getting kicked off
Yeah.
on 4G
Ret-
TV.
yeah, Retro Renegades, 7 p.m. Tuesday. Twitter at Dragonheart Yoby. Instagram at Dragonheart Yoby. TikTok at Dragonheart Yoby. I don't have nothing on TikTok yet. YouTube.
OnlyFans, right?
Dragonheart
Dragonheart
Yoby.
Yobi.
Nothing on there yet. Clowns. Paul. Run over rock.
Run over a rock.
Uh,
He
yeah.
said run over a rock.
Yeah,
He
run
always
over a
says
rock.
kick rocks. He said
Run
run
over
over
a
one
rock.
today.
Run over a rock. All right. And yeah, that's where you can find me at. Every other day I post inspiring tweets. Hashtag peace, love, life. And I was gonna say more stuff, but I gotta get the paperwork right. So expect, if not today, not tomorrow, expect a peace, love, life quote every other day. Peace, love, life.
Nice.
Good shit.
Yeah, Yobi's always
Good
has
stuff,
great
Yobi.
quotes, so definitely go
Yes.
follow him.
Good inspiration, especially having a bad
So
day.
was the
Stuff like
DM
that.
you sent me that said get bent? That was inspirational. What the? Oh,
Paul, are you looking at me? Look at me. To
Yo, after the
sponsors
show,
of-
we're going to eat pizza. We using
to the
Paul's
sponsors
donation
who are
cup.
listening in, you're not gonna hit us.
Yes.
But Paul, if you're seeing this, all right.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
But
Oh
nothing, huh?
snap! Oh snap!
But yeah, peace, love, life. Hashtag on Twitter. You, even if I don't post the hashtag, the quote every other day, just type in search on Twitter, peace, love, life together hashtag. You'll find all the motivation you need and more coming. So just doing my part in the
Nice.
world that needs to be done.
Which
Peace.
is nothing. I mean, everything.
Wow. I'm out of here. Bro.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're such an inspiring soul.
Run
I'm
over a
sorry.
rock. Don't forget to head Lemon's way.
Yeah, run over a rock and don't have on your seatbelt at the same damn time.
Oh, I've done that plenty of times. Thank you very much. I'm too old for that now. I'll break something. Yeah.
All right, if you're on the road, wear your seatbelt. Seriously. Because
Mm.
my brother don't believe in wearing seatbelts. Wear your damn seatbelt.
Yeah, true. No facts.
I'm starving, man.
So I haven't really watched anything except some Pokemon lately. I'm trying to get into anime because PK's always talking about, but I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to get into it. I'm trying to understand some of the stuff, and I
Man,
don't
tell
understand.
PK if he want you to get into anime, tell PK he gotta pay you, bro.
Okay.
I don't think he won't be able to pay you enough because that's how bad anime is.
Oh,
Ooh.
snap. You're
Shut
lucky he's
your
not on the
mouth.
show right now.
I know.
You'd be cheating
I
out.
know.
I'll hear it later. I know I will.
Yo,
Um,
Jay, you foul, bro. I'm not reading that.
Double
Uh,
G's
I'm
in the
not reading
chat from the beginning of the show. Forgot to shout
Look.
you out, GG.
Look what he said, Lemon. Don't read it out there.
Yeah, don't
He
worry.
foul. He is foul.
And then other than that, I'm gonna catch up on the new Rick and Morty, the new Winchester show because I love Supernatural.
I'm
And
definitely not reading that.
yeah.
I
Don't
feel like
read
I
it.
gotta take a shower. I feel filthy for reading it.
I think
I'll
we need
send-
to
I'll
have a
send-
little
I can send you one with a
conversation
picture
about
if you want.
Jay's thing there on a second. I mean,
Huh.
but no, 4GQ TV. But we do have some interviews coming up. Actually, we do have Carlos Navarro from Hawkeye. Met him at a
Really?
convention. Yeah, he's a really nice dude. We met him.
Nice.
He's a really cool guy. Also, I met a friend at a convention, Paisano. He is a former writer for WWE, the main writer actually, and he's got a book that's out. And he's writing a sequel now, and he's trying to get it on a streaming service or a movie made. So he's coming on. Joe Belcastro, nice guy. And yeah, look forward to that. And we still have the other interviews lined up. It's just that it's taking time right now because people are going back to work and doing their voice acting, and they got jobs again. You know,
Right. Oh, they're doing a voice
post-pandemic.
as a voice.
Got
acting
jobs
studio, right?
again. Everybody got a
Got it.
job again.
Yep, yep. So, and also now that Yoby stuck me in a DM, I am now an unofficial but official member of Retro Renegades.
He's
and
the
now
secret benefactor of the Retro Renegades.
And Jay says now that I'm in the DM, I must show up on Tuesdays. He said that's a rule.
Well,
So-
well, technically, okay. Wait, hold on. Jay, how dare you say that? Because Flemish ain't been in Retro Renegades in God knows how long. So are we keeping that same
Somebody
interview
need
with
to
him?
boot. Somebody need to boot that guy out of the party.
For real? You talking about saying he got to show up every day?
Get him
It
right
been,
out of the
Flemish don't show up every day. So what are you really saying?
every
Yo,
day.
those
He
gloves
don't show up at all.
Are those gloves like the jeans Prince used to wear with butt out jeans?
No, man. Look,
I see the tip of your fingers and they look raw.
Oh,
That's
wow.
He said, like I said, the tips of your fingers look raw.
Jay! Oh, Jay!
Cause I just looked at my
Wow.
surface
Yo.
and I'm like, he's pointing at the screen and your fingers
Yo.
look raw as hell.
Look what Jay put. Look what Jay put. Look what Jay put.
What he put now?
Look.
Flamish is greater than clowns.
No,
This
Oh.
No,
is
clowns is greater than Flamish.
yeah.
no clowns. Clowns is the goat of a Flemish. Stop. Let's stop.
I'm
the
glad.
nonsense.
I'm glad I'm just a level above, though. You know, slightly. Maybe even the same level.
Yeah,
just,
we should have made that equal or greater too. All right.
Oh,
But
ouch.
so everybody watching,
Put it like this: Lemon should be in a member of Retro Renegade because he shows up more than Flemish too. So what?
oh
here?
snap! now
Graphic
you-
God said I was a member and then he kicked me subliminally.
You know what? I got you right now. See,
Oh
I got you right now.
damn!
He kicked me out. I've been kicked out of better places, GG.
No,
Oh,
you good. No, you
snap.
good, fam.
Well, on that note, I'm gonna end the show.
Wait. Before you end it,
Uh-oh.
Guess who was Retro Renegade now? I do, because I run the Twitter now. I'm Retro Renegades.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Oh,
He's at
Jay,
Twitter
you,
now.
Jay, you hear this? Oh man!
He's an unofficial but official leader of RR. That's what it sounded like to me.
And Lemon, you are. Hold on. Before y'all wrap it up. Why
Look
is
at
this
him,
not
look
popping up?
Yeah, I'm just looking at his phone
It's not
and them
popping up.
goddamn fingers.
Bro, what's up with you?
Raw
Yo,
as hell.
They-
You gotta be laughing all day over it now. Next
Look.
time I see somebody walk in my shop,
Dude,
with
we gotta
some
get
gloves
out
on
of here. I
like
gotta
that.
eat. I'm gonna pass out, man.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
get going. Everybody have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming out.
yeah.
Look,
God bless. Good night,
Oh,
man.
He added him now. Yeah,
Lemon
you're in
is
the-
official part of Retro Renegades. There we go, right there, baby.
Another production.
He showed
Freaking
it. Look, he showed it.
Access revoked. He's about to get access revoked.
Oh man! All right, guys. On that note, now you've known Lemon is now a part of another show, Retro Renegades. So see you there Tuesday
That
night.
is retro without the ratchet.
Yeah,
Oh man.
and
Lord.
yeah. See you guys later. And
Retro Renegades is about to be renamed to the 107 Renegades.
107.
107
Whoa,
Retro Renegades.
Yoby is wilding right now. He's wilding out over there.
Sorry, guys, that way.
No, clowns good because Jay got to keep the same energy with everybody.
We're
We're not
still
doing
live,
this.
right?
Yeah, we're still live. We're
Yeah, I
still
see.
live.
it.
This
Yeah,
show
I
was
just
yeah.
late.
wanted you to know because it says live as hell.
Yeah, no, we're still
I'm
live.
just
Yeah,
saying,
so
Jay still got to
all
keep
right.
that same energy. But go ahead, clowns.
see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the flip side.
Peace, love, life.
Later, guys.